Hello, we're continuing to not play the New York Times games because of the New York Times union strike, the Tech Guild strike, where they've requested us to not cross the click it line, which just means don't visit the New York Times site to play games or go to cooking. You can still go there for news, including news about the guild strike. They don't mind that at all. And also, don't open the app, the New York Times Games app. But otherwise, so what I'm going to be doing is playing some alternate games, as I have been this past week. Today's games, I'm going to continue playing Conexo, also PlusWord instead of the mini crossword. And then I've added Word Grid, which is a fun game. Check that one out. And then I'm going to play Fibble and Symble. Now, if these go very quickly and there's still time, I might add one or two more games. So that might be a surprise at the end. We'll see. All right, so let's play Conexo. We've got Scratch, French, Interrupting, Pounce. The French are keep interrupting my cat's pounce. That causes them to scratch. All right. We've got Sighing, Gasping, Cheek, and Smooch. Tailgating, Eskimo, Gnaw, and Exhaling. Peck, Littering, Snoring, and Grunting. Interesting. Pounce and Scratch make me think of cats, as they did. I don't know what else would be a cat word, though. I do see smooch and peck, which are kinds of kisses. There's also the Eskimo kiss, which is like foreheads together. Or is it noses? We're rubbing noses, maybe. I forget. What's another word for the French kiss? Oh, okay. Well, I guess there's more than 4 kisses. What's another kiss? Like a cheek kiss? Kiss on the cheek? Okay. I don't know which one to remove, so we have to find another category. So we're not going to just pound at that. It's not yet. So French cheek, smooch, peck, Eskimo, are all kinds of kisses. We've got like noises you might make, non-language noises: sighing, grunting, snoring, gasping. Oh, maybe snoring, because snoring is not something you do on purpose. Exhaling? There we go. Okay. These are noisy breathing actions. Well, I guess snoring would be that too. So I might have gotten lucky there. So what would snoring go with, though? Snoring. The only other ing, there's 2 other ings, interrupting and littering, but I don't know what those would have to do with each other. Littering is a minor crime. So is tailgating? I don't know. Snoring might be a crime too, but I'm guilty of that. About Scratch. I still think Scratch and Pounce are cat things. I mean, cats can snore. Cats don't litter. They use litter boxes, but that's not called littering. Littering is something else. Gnaw, they can gnaw. The cats don't really gnaw. It's more like a rodent thing, but I don't know what 4th I'd put with it anyway. So maybe that's a red herring. Interrupting. The only thing I can think of is interrupting cow, that knock knock joke. I gotta think which of these 5 doesn't belong in kiss. So we've got French, cheek, peck, Eskimo, smooch. French, cheek, smooch, Eskimo, peck. Well, I'm gonna remove cheek because it's the only thing I can think of that like maybe a cat would do, because they do cheek. Like I wouldn't use that word to mean that, but they do like rub their cheeks on you. So French, smooch, peck, and pounce. Oh, sorry. Why did I put pounce in there? Oh my gosh. Eskimo. No. Okay. I still wish this had a submit button instead of just submitting when you put 4 in. Let's see. So I was wrong about that. So we know cheek belongs in the kisses. What else do we know belongs in the kisses? I'm not sure. Maybe peck. Peck can mean things other than kissing. So let's remove that one. There we go. Okay. That's not really the way I wanted to get that, but so what is peck being used for? Like you can okay, peck, scratch, and gnaw are things done that animals do with their mouths. Or not just their mouths, sorry, scratching. Like the way animals damage things. They scratch it, they gnaw it, they peck it. Like this is birds, right? Rodents. Lots of animals, cats. I mean, we have 4 ing words, so let's just add pounce here. I didn't realize we had 4 ing words. Interrupting, tailgating, littering, and snoring. Minor crimes, I don't know. Pet peeves. Oh. I think I was kind of on the right track with minor crimes then. Pet peeves. In someone's mind, they're a crime. Okay. Interrupting, tailgating, snoring, and littering. Pet peeves. Gotcha. People can't control if they snore. All right. Well, let's move on to the plus word here. All right. Get out. Leave. I'm going to put leave. See if that's right. Appropriately, 5 letters of not here. Oh, interesting. So we've got a kind of anagram not here. Only pick out 5 of the letters. I'm not going to sit here and try to figure it out right now. Get some crosses. Surges. Spikes. I mean, it probably ends in S. Spikes doesn't fit. Items. Squads. Huh. Weird. Spondylix? I don't even know what that is. How about these downs? Play a guitar, for example. Strum, maybe? I'm going to remove leave because I don't know if that's right. Strum might be right, though. Style of trouser. Ending in a vowel, almost certainly, if that's an M. Let's try this. Secretion of some trees. Anagram of siren. Risen, then. Right, no, not risen. Resin. Resin. I put risen. So get out. Scram. I don't like how this deals with the crosses and downs switching. Can I get this now? Style of trouser starting with a C? I can't think of it. Mountain ridge. A tree. Another anagram. A tree. Mountain ridge. Aret? I'm not sure. Mountain ridge. How about this one? Not tidy. Messy. What's this then? Spondylix? I want to put money. I don't know if that's what spondylix means. Items. Squads. Surges? Rises? The water surges, it rises. Style of trouser. Capri? That wouldn't fit. Appropriately, 5 letters of not here. There. Interesting. Mountain ridge. A, R, E are gone. So we need to use another E and a T. So I think it's going to be T-E. So I don't want to put a T there. Oh, I guess it could be like minty. This is units, though. Units, items, squads. And this is style of trouser. China? No. Chino. It was money. So this is an M. This is an O. We need an N somewhere near here in one of these two. We need a T somewhere. And then we could have another O. Let's see. A, E, I. We could have a U as well. So mount. There we go. Solved. All right, it took a bit longer today. Okay, let's move on to word grid. So what we need to do is we need to fill out each of these tiles with the intersection. Like we need a 6-letter word that starts with F, then a 6-letter word that contains NE, etc. And what we need to do is think of something that we don't think a bunch of other people have thought of, right? The more rare our answer, the better. So a 6-letter word that starts with F. I'm going to go with fracas. Nice, 0.36%. 6-letter word containing NE. I don't think the NE needs to be next to each other. Let's see. Because I think most people are going to do that. So I'm thinking about like naive, which is 5 letters. Naivety would be 7. I don't think I can add just one. Maybe we don't start with N or E, maybe like an SN. And then like ending in ES, I'm thinking. Snipes. Oh, apparently it has to have NE next to each other. I didn't actually know that. Okay, so SNE maybe, like sneaks. That'd be double E, I think is sneaks. The EA, sorry. Sneaks, okay. That's not quite purple, but that's all right. Contains, oh, with the comma, it just needs to contain a P and an N, but they don't have to be next to each other. Okay, I get it now. Because I thought I'd done that before. So let's actually swap them and do an N first and then a P. Maybe another SN word. Actually, we could do snipes again. Right? Nice. Same word for both. Now we need a 7-letter word that starts with F. Interesting. Like, usually these are a little bit more interesting. Doesn't matter. 7-letter word starts with F. Is fracasai a word? Okay. Let's see. Freedom. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that. Oh, that's actually rare. Apparently freedom's rare. Contains NE. I'll do another SNE, I guess. Ending in NE might be nice too. So we need to fill in all these X's. You know, ending in S can help. And I don't know if people think of plurals as much. I don't know. I'm trying to meta this, but something like, I don't know. Like, let's do an ONES maybe? I can't do acorns. Why did I think of acorns? What about lonely? 6 letters, darn. Lonelier. That's 8. I'm gonna do lonelier here. Interesting. It's not purple. 8-letter word containing NE. Let's just do an SNE then. Sneaker. All right. Contains a P, N, and N. Sniper. Snipers. Okay. Okay, 8-letter word starts with F. Freedoms. Wow, freedoms is less rare than freedom. Interesting. And then contains a P and an N somewhere. 8 letters. So hard to think of 8-letter words. How about polygonal? It's too long. Polygons. Yay. Okay. All right, our next game is Fibble. So Fibble is like Wordle, but it lies in a specific way. So it starts us off with a guess, here in this case, Baker. And it colors it just like Wordle would, but then it takes one of the colors and it changes it. And it's guaranteed to be different than what it's supposed to be. We don't know which color was changed. So maybe this B should have been gray, which seems fairly likely. But what I like to do is actually keep using as much positive information as I can, so these yellows, as if they were true, and then bring in the gray, one of the grays, as if it should have been in the word. And what that does is that allows us to find as many contradictions as possible in the result of the next guess. So I think I'm going to swap this E and A, and I think put the B in the middle. I'm seeing rebar. So what rebar does is it says, hey, this R should have been green. Then we also have a second R in there. That's fine. I don't mind that. The E and A have been swapped. The B is in the third space. So this has exactly one lie, which is the R. All right. So this B is green. Interesting. So the E, B, and A, none of them are contradicting necessarily, which is really unfortunate. We had a lot of opportunities to contradict, but we did not. These R's are agreeing. So because everything agrees, we either need to continue to like find another word like rebar, but we'd have to move the E and A again. I think the most likely situation here is that the B's are both lying and should not be in the word. So what I'm going to do is maybe like do an A-E word and just omit the B, and that'll be the lie for both Baker and rebar. And we won't use the R. So let's do like an L-A something E. Like, we can't do flake. We could do flame. I think that's not bad. Okay, so still no contradictions here, but I wonder if we're, we could be blame. That would be really interesting, because that would mean this B was lying and should have been green, and this B was lying and should have been yellow. But it does work, and then this M's lying should have been green. Interesting. Okay, so I think we do... see, we can't end in LAME because we need a lie. So one of LAME has to be lying. If B was lying, it could only be lying as green, and then we'd be blame, and so we would have been correct. So there is no B, and the L, A, M, or E is lying. I wonder if this M lied twice. So we just need another L-A-E word. How about glaze? And if this Z has a color, then we know that that's probably the lie. Okay, so I think we're still L-A-E. We're just getting really unlucky with where the lies are appearing. Let's do place. Oh, hey, place was the answer. All right, so I got into this LAE trap, but traps are really funny in Fibble because it'll just like randomly color one of the other things. But it's interesting that it colored one of the trap locations each time, making me think I was getting closer. All right, cool. So that's Fibble. Let's do Symble. So Symble, I'll start with blaze. All right, a different result than we've had the past few days. I'm going to assume that this does start with B, and I'm going to guess bound. All new letters otherwise. All right, so this proves that we do not start with B because we don't have the same symbol twice. So we start with an L, A, or E. We could technically start with Z, but I like to just ignore the Z. That's why I start with blaze. And normally I ignore the B unless we get this situation, in which case I don't. So starting with L, A, or E, let's start with a consonant L. And then our second letter is a U, N, or D. We know it's not B because these symbols are different. We use B in both guesses. So maybe just LU would do the job. Just need all new letters that starts with LU. Lumpy. All right, so I was wrong on both counts. We don't start with L, and the second letter is not U. So maybe we start with A, and the second letter could be a consonant, an N or a D, maybe an N. And then all new letters. What starts with A-N? I could also do A-D. I could do E-N. Maybe E-N. Oh, I thought of envoy, but that uses too many letters. That, like the O and the Y aren't in the word in this case. Enter? Can't use the E. Huh. Actually, we can use the E. Because if there's two E's, here's what happens, right? If the answer is enter, and there's two E's, this E will point at the first slot. It prefers the earliest slot. So it's not going to point at the fourth slot. It'll only point at the first slot. So enter is possible. Okay, so we do have an N second. That's our new symbol. This is our green, our in-place symbol. So the first letter is almost certainly A, A-N. We're not doing Z-N. So A-N, and then our last letter is in enter. But it's not the E, and it's not the N, because the N is used for in place. So it's a T, and it's not the R, because then it would be in place. So I think it has to be the T. So we're A-N, something, something T, pretty much guaranteed. We could use another A, but only fourth. And that doesn't really look like a word to me. We could use an I somewhere. Anywhere. What else could we do? I mean, I think we have to use the I. We can't do A and A. Anvit, Anfit, Anget, Ing. Interesting. Is there any other possibility? I mean, the end is in place. Our first letter is in blaze. It's not the B. And if N is second, it's not the Z. We tried the L, we tried the E, so it has to be the A, which means there isn't an E in the word. Second letter is N. Last letter, because there's no E in the word, it can't be the R, that would be in place. So it has to be the T, because we can't use the N again. So AN, something, something T. I can't think of any word for that. Once I do, I'll have the answer, I think. Angst. That's tough. I kept thinking I needed to use another vowel. Wow. Yeah, that took a little bit to think of, but I cut out the thinking time. All right. Angst. Nice. Cool. How long is this video? I'm actually not sure because I had to do it in parts because of Lily. I think I feel like doing at least one more game. Let me think of what I want to do. Okay, so here's our bonus game for today. It's called Hang 5. So this is kind of like Wheel of Fortune-esque, Hangman-esque. You guess letters, and it tells you where the letters are. And if the letter isn't on the board at all, you lose a life. You have 5 lives. If you guess a vowel, it will tell you about the vowels, but you'll still lose a life. So you want to avoid trying to guess the vowels, but it tells you where the vowels are. All of these blue outlines are guaranteed to be vowels, and the non-blues are guaranteed not to be vowels. So, I think I'm going to try some of the common letters first. Let's start with T. All right, there is a T. Let's try R. All right. Oh, and by the way, all 5 of these words share a hidden theme, so that can help as well. You can figure out the theme. I don't know. These are both consonants. I'm thinking maybe double L. Well, it starts with L. That's lucky. So what double, maybe double S might make sense. I mean, it doesn't have to be a double letter, but let's try double S. Oh, there's no S's at all, so I lost a life. I was thinking loss. Lint? No, there's no T. I'm trying to think maybe an N and G. Let's try N. Well, there are a bunch of N's, but it's not NT. This is probably something like the AUNT trap. So jaunt, vaunt, daunt, haunt. Maybe I will try an H, because this could have an H as well. No H's. CK, maybe C? Oh, so it's count. Interesting. Count. I don't think it would be anything else. And by the way, once we get all the consonants filled, we are allowed to guess vowels without losing lives. 3 vowels in a row is interesting. Like, what does that? That's really unusual. Okay, I can't think of it, though. Again, 2 consonants. What are we doing? Double F, maybe? No F. Darn, I'm running out of lives here. Common letters, like, I know, I could guess a Y. Y is not considered a vowel. I don't know where Y would go, though. Maybe at the end of here. But that doesn't seem likely. Lamp? Like, I could try an M. I only have 1 life left. Wow, this is not going well. Because there aren't that many consonants on the board. It's all vowels. What could this be? What would be related to count? Baron, count. Ooh, okay. So these are titles, like English royalty. Do we have king? No, there's no N. Wait, there's no N here. Also, that wouldn't be king. Okay, baron, count. What starts with L? Oh, I was thinking we might have a Y here, but no, Y doesn't count as a vowel. Peon? No. Knight? No. What other titles are there? I'm not that familiar with royal titles, to be honest. Like page, maybe? I don't think page would be it. Dane? No. Duke? D and K? So what is this? L something D. What can go after a D? Does it? Oh, lady. So it was a Y. Okay. So we have lady, baron, count, duke, and I don't know what this first one is. With 3 vowels. That's a problem. I might lose just because I don't know what that title is. Lady, baron, count, duke. We don't have lord. Queen, king, queen. It's queen. There we go. All right, so queen, lady, baron, and count. So there was no I. Phew. Today's theme, noble cause. Nice. Okay. really figured it out last second there. Maybe after count, I should have thought a bit more and seen baron, but okay. Nice. I didn't lose. Cool. Well, I think I am going to finish there. Hope you enjoyed the games. And how'd you do?